This is the second episode of Ideas with Tasha. Ideas with Tasha. That's me, and I've came up with this. Oh, geez, it's been on the burner now for a while for a session for Ideas with Tasha, and actually a couple of years. So finally, we decided to actually start this. It's maybe a type of podcast, you could say, or a type of call-in live call, and it looks like today I'm going on by myself, so I'll just sit here for an hour and a half and talk to myself, which is fine, which is totally fine. I did do this at the last minute last night, and I posted it on Facebook, and I said, "Hey, ideas with Josh session tomorrow," because I was out of the town, I was out of the country. So I think what we're going to do on this, for whoever's listening for the future, is we want to keep this on a set time and day each week, so everybody knows what time and day it is and can get prepared. Because I posted that this would go on in less than 24 hours, less than 24 hours ago. So let's see if I can come up with some things to talk about. Maybe give you some ideas. You're listening to this. One thing, let's see. So, conception of ideas with Tasha. So, I I talk to a lot of people per month. A lot of people. So my job entails me to do a lot of filming, do a lot of interviewing. I encounter. I mean, now recently I probably encounter maybe, I don't know, over 200 people per month. It used to be thousands. So now it's like maybe over 200 people per month. So the people that I encounter, I'm questioning them, I'm talking with them, connecting to audio. Let's see. Okay, test, test, test. We still here? Okay, so we're going in and out because of my connection here. So I spend a lot of time giving ideas to the people that I encounter. I spend a lot of time talking to them. I spend a lot of time giving them another perspective than what they currently hold for a certain idea or for something certain in their life. So for me, it's a constant practice when I'm talking with people to get them out of a mindset that is not serving them. And as humans, you can pretty much get it logically when you're hanging out with somebody, you're talking with somebody that they're like not in their element, or something's bothering them, or they're talking about it, or they're stuck on the subject and they can't get out of it. So what I do naturally is I try to I tend to gravitate towards helping them and give them a new perspective. And now sometimes it's to my own detriment, I guess. It falls on me, and then I end up wasting all that time trying to help somebody that's just like, oh yeah, okay, great, yeah, whatever, yeah, sure. So I mean, you get what I mean. You'll spend you know 2 hours trying to talk to somebody in your family. They don't really listen to you. That's number one. Those people don't really listen to you that much. Nor sometimes to your friends. Now I'm just ranting off. I actually just woke up from a nap, so I'll have to get over this. And I have really no agenda for tonight other than people just calling in and telling me what's up and what kind of ideas can I give them. So I'll go into why I started this. What really triggered me to actually get on to the ideas with Tasha. I was at one of these events that I'm at, and I'm sitting there during dinner, and I'm sitting there with a client, and the client's talking, and the client is telling me about pretty much all about her life goals, what she's currently doing with work, currently doing with her business, a few other things, a few hobbies, and within 10 seconds, I saw this huge picture and I connected all the dots of everything that she was doing. And I said, well, then why don't you do this? And then I laid out, literally in 10 seconds, I laid out an entire plan for her that she can follow. If followed, done, and actually put time into, would bring her a lot of success. Now, how do I know? Because I know. And I haven't followed that exact same plan, but it's pretty dang logical that, hey, you have this element, this element, this element, this element. If you go ahead and run the course of this with these elements and add this is what you're going to get. It's kind of like 2 plus 2 equals 4. So I spent the whole dinner really jazzed about this idea, man. I was jazzed about it. If I could quit life and go work on just this idea with her and build this idea up. I mean, she already has the basis of what's going on with her ideas, and um, if I could go do that with her, the success that she would actually get. So it was really exciting for me to see the client very excited. Now, where does it usually fall short? This time that I give to people, that I talk ideas about. It usually falls short when they're not excited about life anymore. They're not excited about anything. It happens to all of us. I just got a surfboard, and it is 5:11. Why did I schedule this at 5? I could be surfing right now. I should have scheduled this maybe another hour out. That way I could get my surf time in. So, what does that have to do with this? I don't know. I maximize my time of doing what I really want to do right now. I want to do both, actually. So, that was a really crappy example. I was talking with her, and again, I got really excited during dinner. Then afterwards, I was like, all right, okay, follow up with me. Let me see where you're going to be next. Let me see what you're going to do. Okay? Now, again, most people, will have a conversation, 1 hour, 2 hour, get all excited about it, then they don't go do anything. So I'm kind of tired of just throwing ideas out there and wasting time about it. So I started this, and I said, hey, if I can start this, you want some ideas, you want to get inspired, get on my call, I'll throw you some ideas. That's a good idea. Okay? Because all these one-on-ones, all these conversations that I've had that I've never recorded, the hours that I've spent, that could help some of you guys listening that have not asked me a question. You could get help from that and get some ideas that'll really, really just push you to the next whatever type of person, wherever you want to be at, whatever level. So the dinner night went great. Everything was cool. Client went home. Our client went to their room. I then in the morning did a video with her. Testimonial. And at the last minute, I said, wow, let me, actually, we had a good talk last night. Let me talk to her for a second. Let me ask her. And then I just went off the cuff. I said, hey, talk to the audience. We're on with Ideas with Tosh. This is live. Bam, what's going on? So I just wanted to interview you about the ideas I gave you last night. And then, I didn't even prep her for this. I just said, hey, listen, we're going to do an interview quick. I was doing a testimonial about something totally different than what we were talking about as far as ideas. And I just threw it off the cuff, and I threw it at her, and I said, listen, I'm trying to get my testimonial interview with you. Let's hit it. So off the cuff, hey, what did I do for you? What can I do for you? Yada yada yada. So that was pretty awesome, and maybe I can just pull it up while we're right here, and I can play it. I just thought that was phenomenal. So when I was speaking with her, she was telling me all about what I did for her. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and bring us this interview while we're at it. Hang on for 1 second. I'm going to mute us. I'm going to get it ready, and then I'm going to play it. Okay, here we go, guys. Let me just share the screen. So, hey, guys, let me actually pull it off here. There we go. Okay, so, hey, guys, I'm here with Judith. Judith, say hi.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Hi. So, I just wanted to take Judith off for a second. I'm here filming an event. Many of you guys know me. I'm filming all over the world. I'm an international speaker, filmmaker, photographer. I do a lot of things, but also one of the things that I do is I love giving ideas. So I've had this idea. I look so like crap here, guys. I'm like sweating. I'm working, but you know what? I wanted to. I just wanted to get this done. Okay. Tired of sitting on my ideas. I want to go. I want to move forward. Boom. That I am going to give you guys ideas for free. So I want to do some phone call consultations, maybe weekly, and I want to give ideas out to you guys for free. And so while I'm talking to Judith, is we were sitting down, we were doing some
idea talking, and she just tells me things. So how was it that I gave you an idea? You don't have to tell the idea, but what was it like when I was telling you some ideas?
Yeah, okay. So what happened was I had actually given you a huge picture of the idea, and I didn't necessarily know how to implement. So, I knew the end game, but I didn't know the beginning, and I didn't know necessarily how to get there. So you were able to, brilliantly, within seconds, mind you, brilliantly be able to tell me, this is what you're going to do, this is how you're going to do it, and that's how it's going to get you to where you want to go. So I absolutely love that. I kid you not, it literally took seconds. So it was pretty awesome, and that was probably one of the best dinners that I had here.
Wow! And she's been at this event for what, 9 days?
Yes, 9 days.
9 days, 8 dinners, the best dinner ever, yes, sitting next to me, the videographer in the back of the room, guys.
Absolutely, yeah. Because you get the best ideas from the most unlikely places. And yes, it was pretty awesome. I had dinner with Matt. I've had dinner with John. I've had dinner with Tom. So I've had dinner with the high profile people. But I will admit the best idea came from Tasha.
But who do you think is filming these high profile people? Right? Me. In the back of the room for years, guys. Years. Like 10 years, okay?
So I'm very proud to have dinner with you. And I really appreciate you taking the time to show me how to do that, because I know that all I have to do is implement those small steps that you gave me, and it will go far.
Yeah.
So I hope that the next time I come, which hopefully will be in November, I hope to show you what I have.
I want to see it.
Can't wait.
Guys, I have something for you. I will have something for you. Whether it be videos or whether it be ebooks or whatever the case may be, I will have something for you. I am giving you this promise right now on camera. This is what we're doing.
This is, Judith, this is going on my Facebook.
Okay.
This is going to be the promo for the free consultation for I think I'm going to do 2 hours, guys. I'm going to have ideaswithtasha.com. Hopefully it's available. And then we're going to do a weekly call where anybody can call in on the webinar, whatever. It's a call or webinar, I don't know, but you call in and you tell me where you stuck. What do you want? Okay. I'm not going to be able to show you how to make millions because I have not made millions, but I've been around people that have made millions. I know how to come up with $1 million ideas, and I want to gift that to you. And I want to start building up a database of my ideas for you. And I just want to offer it to you for free. Some free consultation. I like it. I want to do it. So guys, just click somewhere, follow the link, get on the call, and I'll see you guys, and just join in. Tell me what's going on. And if there's something personal that you want to talk about, we can get that on the side. But I really just want to give you 2 hours of my time each week, sitting down, and let's mastermind together. You got ideas? Tell me about it. Judith, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And guys, I highly suggest you take her up on this offer, because you have no idea how incredibly influential it was. Just sitting down with that little bit of time has completely clarified my entire vision.
Life. In 30 minutes.
Yes.
In 30 minutes.
So take her up on the offer. She's phenomenal at what she does. I don't know if you've seen her work, but it's amazing, and I highly recommend working with her.
Great. And then I just want to add to Judith, this is spontaneous, guys. Just came up with this idea, but the one thing that stands out is, Judith, I've spent years telling people ideas. And sometimes you get drained of and I love doing it, but what the draining part is that nobody's implementing these ideas. Then that leaves me at well, maybe they're just not good ideas. No, these are great ideas, but the problem is people are not implementing ideas. And this is like it is in the daily life. You have ideas, but you're not implementing them, guys. That's what's going to set you apart from becoming what we can say successful. You want money flowing in, you want to do what your passion is, and you want to get paid for it. That's exactly what you want to be doing. But you gotta actually start implementing the thoughts to reality. That's the big step. And we're how can we do it? Just do it. Talk to somebody like me.
Yep, absolutely. That's the clarification here. When we were sitting down, I had the big idea. So I had the huge idea. This is where I want to be. And, sitting down with Tasha, it's all right, great, here we go. So I really appreciate your time. And I really appreciate you taking that form.
This is a hug.
Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that. That is the first video I believe I ever did in regards to this Ideas with Tosh project here, Ideas with Tasha. So I'm just really proud to announce this to you guys, to everybody, and it looks like I'm still the only one on the call here, but that's fine. Let me try to bring you Keynote. Let's show that. Okay, so I'll just show you Keynote. So there, guys. I just want to give you something to look at while we're recording this. Okay. There we go. Okay, back to this. So, that was really cool. That was really cool interviewing her and letting her hear that story. It was really inspiring for me, so that's why I brought this to you guys. So anytime you have any ideas, just drop them. Go visit my group. Go visit my group page, which basically, if you type in Ideas with Tasha on Facebook, you can go right to my group page. Go ahead, ask to join in. You got any specific questions, ask there. And then I can address those, like if you can't make it on the call weekly, great. And we'll set a time for the exact day per week. That way I know people are going to be on. Yeah. So I work with a lot of internet marketers too, and a lot of them are like, "Oh, what if I what if I do a webinar and nobody's on? I can't present to no one." This is a great example of presenting to no one. Like I'm doing a recording, and people are going to listen to this, but yet I'm presenting to just me right now. But not really. Like I'm not really just presenting to me. I'm presenting to everyone that's going to listen to this in the future. Really, I'm thinking about all of you, every one of you listening right now in the future. So, and it already is the future. This moment, you get my point. So let me go into some recent things. I want to go into last week. I want to go into the power of saving a buck. I actually did a video on this. I just didn't post it yet. And the power of saving a buck. Now, I'm not huge and wealthy. I'll probably tell you the truth. I've probably brought in $200,000 in 1 year. That's the most, maybe 250. I didn't even count. But that's the most that I've brought in personally per year. I've not got past that point. So what do you define, as successful, as somebody with money? That's your turn. So how to save a buck, on saving a buck. That's what I want to get onto. I'm in Costa Rica and I'm traveling to the United States last week, visiting my family because I'm at my 90 days of being in Costa Rica, and I have 90 days to be here. So I leave the country for 4 or 5 days. And while I'm in the country, I want to get some dental work done. Okay? Now, I've not lived in the United States now for, let me see, maybe, maybe like 22 months, almost a solid 2 years. I've not lived in the U.S. I've been out of the U.S. I've been traveling all over, and then also living in Malaysia. So, for me, that sense of home, belonging to the U.S., going to visit your local doctor, all that kind of jazz of whatever comes along with visiting your hometown, kind of comes back to me and says, okay, we need to go take care of that. So in my mind, I mean, I could have probably found a dentist here in Costa Rica. In my mind, they said, hey, let me go, while I'm here, let me back to the U.S., let me go to a dentist. I've heard that I should probably stick with the United States to go to a dentist and not go out of the country for dentistry work. So I get there, and I've literally got one business day, which is a Friday. Then I got a Saturday, Sunday, and then a part Monday. Okay, I get in Thursday night. Wow, I was not there a long time. It seemed like longer. And so my intention while I'm there is to get a dentist. I really want to get a dentist. I want to get some of my teeth done. I want to get a kind of plan to see what needs to be done with my teeth. And I've got a wisdom tooth actually bothering me in the back. So I wanted to really see what the possibilities are. Should I remove it? What's up? So I start researching. Like Thursday night, I get in. I start researching Thursday night. Thursday morning, I start calling around, and I start telling the dentist places, hey, I'm in town. I'd like to find a dentist that is a home dentist, somebody that I can call and just come see. You're like my hometown dentist for the rest of my life. I want to stick with you. I want to see how it is. I'm looking for a 5-star place. So the first place I call, they get really excited. I tell them, I say, hey, listen, I know this is unrealistic, but I'm unable to make appointments. I really don't know when I'll be in town. I could know like a day before I come in town. Typically, that's what it was. This particular case, I knew 2 days before I came into town which day I was going to go. So next time I'm going to try to plan so I can have the ticket like well out in advance, because you buy the night before or 2 days before and it's like $1,200. You buy two months out in advance, it's like $200. So I'm out about $1,000 on that nice little shindig idea that I did there. So now back to calling these places. So my mom is being kind and is pitching in a hand and giving calls and giving calls. I call this one place, and these guys are just ecstatic. They're like, oh, yeah, let's get you in. We can work on you today. We can even work on you tomorrow. And then we'll get you set for what you need to do before you get out of town. And then we'll more than welcome to see you when you come back. I said, oh, wow, great. But they were a little pricey. Little pricey. I don't even know if I want to share what I've spent with them. But with no insurance for me and the care that I wanted and the attention and with the urgency was going to be, it was going to be pretty pricey. It was going to be about $300 for X-rays, for seeing me, for a little more for cleaning and all that packaged together. I think I spent almost $400. Now you could think that's quite expensive, but time is money. Okay, so and I'll get to that point. Saving a buck in time is money. So I'm really confident and I feel good about spending a little bit of money on the dentist work. I don't have time to, keep researching and look around and see what what types of things I can then create instead of going to this one place that I wanted to create. So my mom jumps in and starts calling around and gets some places, and my mom calls. She's like, I got this perfect place for you. They're ready to see you. It's only $59. $59. I said, oh, whoa, 59. Wow, I just called this other place. They're really nice. They're ready to see me. They're ready to work on me today. And, it's upwards of like 300 to 500 for this stuff and getting started with the work today. And she says, oh, no, go here, $59. So I love you, Mom, if you're listening. Like we had a long talk where she knew what I was looking for. I wanted to get work done that day and all that. So she gives me the number and I call them, and it's actually like a receptionist at some call center. And I talk to them and I say, hey, listen, okay, great. My mom had just called. This is my name. You can see me today. I need this type of work done today. I need this. I need this. I need this. Okay, the dentist will go ahead and work on you and do what they can today. Blah 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 blah. So I'm getting this guarantee. So I said, oh, okay, wow, okay, $59. Sure. And I didn't, honestly, I didn't feel right about it. I just didn't, I felt really good about the first phone call I had. So I kind of pushed them off and I told them I'd be in a little bit later. And then I went to the first place that my mom had recommended for $59. Well, I get there. First of all, they actually let me in pretty quick. Okay, they let me in pretty quick. I do my x-rays. It took the x-rays as compared to the second time I got it done to the first place that I called that I really wanted to go with, that I ended up going with after going to this first place here that was $59. These guys were pretty slow. I mean, there was no sense of urgency. I get in there, they're checking the mouth, and I said, hey guys, I said, listen, are you aware that I wanted to come in here and I wanted to get some work done today, and so, it's just going to happen. What's up? Because things were going so slow. And then the one nurse said, oh, no, we have to come up with your dental plan. We have to do this. We have to do that. And then the dentist actually came in, and somebody's asking to be in our Ideas with Tosh group. The dentist came in. He saw me for a bit, and I said, listen, man. I said, are we going to do work today? What's going on? And he's like, well, that's the nurse's decision. I said, well, okay, well, I'm here because I was told that we could get work done today. So I'm going to have to leave, and I'm going to have to cut this plan. I just have to give you what I owe you and get out of here, and you owe me a dental cleaning because I can't stick around if you're not going to work on me. So did I resonate with the doctor? Yes, the doctor was great, blah, blah, blah. But there was no guarantee of me the work, and everybody was going so slow. So I just dipped out of there. I had to dip out of there. And the nurse was like really weird. Like I connected with the doctor. I mean, the doctor was cool, but I connected with him on a cool like level. We were talking about ideas, and he was actually like talking about this light idea he had, and then I just kept going into it, and I said, "Oh, wow, that's so cool! That's a great idea. What about this? What about that too?" And I didn't necessarily give him any ideas, but I was asking him questions about his idea and giving him some sort of launching idea. Connecting to audio. Hang on, I think we're still trying to connect. We're not live yet. It's because the feed. Test, 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 test. Let me see if I can actually switch. Boom, let's try that. That's not going to be nice, but it'll happen. Okay, I hope we're back on. It looks like I'm trying to connect to audio. Test. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. So it looks like we're still trying to connect. What is up? Test, 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 test. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. 3, 3, 3, 3. There we go. We're back on. Okay, so it took a few minutes here. We're actually back on now. I'm wondering if I should like go live with the computer too. Okay, so was back with the dentist thing. So I'm there and I'm getting a little frustrated, man. I just end up walking out, and then I mean I'm in there. My time is money. I'm in there for like 2 hours, and I'm like, this is bull. I could have went to the first people that I went to, and of course I'm a little mad at my mom because I was listening to her, and I was like, why am I listening to my mom's suggestions and recommendations? I'm not a high school student anymore. I don't even live with my mom. Mom, I hate you, mom. No, I don't hate mom, but those things are running through my mind. I mean, you know how it is with your parents, and then you're like, oh, I should have never listened to my mom or whatever. So I was in one of those little crabby pabby moods. And then I'm also in the dentist's office, and me and the dentist are having a conversation, and then the nurse comes in, and then I can see this synergy with the nurse and the dentist. And like they're probably lovers on the side, because the way that they were acting and talking to each other and flirting with each other, and the way that he was speaking with her, like while I had this metallic uh, shield of a vest on, that just some of the things that they were saying. So I could clearly get that. Then when he left the room, I could clearly get that she was a little jealous of me. She wanted me out of there. She wasn't ready to have me around all day and him to work on me with any extra time at all. And I could clearly get that. So I wasn't having any of this. I was like, oh, this is BS. Come on. I need to get my teeth work done. So I kind of gave her an earful, a mouthful of what I needed to get out to her. And I said, listen, if there's no work to be done, then I'm out of here. Okay, great. So I leave. I wasted about 2 hours there. I called the other people. I said, listen, I'm on my way. I'm finally on my way. They're like, okay, great. We've been waiting for you. Should have went there in the first place. I got in there. They immediately saw me. They immediately took x-rays. The x-rays were like 6 times faster than the first one. They immediately then went off with a plan and said, okay, this is probably the best thing that we can do. What do you think? I said, okay, great. Okay, doctor came in. The dentist came in, looked at it, okay, assessed it with me. He said, all right, let's start working on you tomorrow. If you would have came in at 1, we really could have gotten a lot done. But he went ahead and did some scraping and did some deep pocket testing and all that kind of stuff. And then he said, you know what? If you would have came in at 1, we really could have Could have done more for you today. I said, okay, well, I understand. I spent my time elsewhere. So the whole thing that I got from all that was just the waiting around all day. I don't have much time. I'm in town. And yeah, I'm expecting something realistic. And the first unrealistic, so people say. So the first dentist place I went to, the lady says, we're sitting there, and I said, listen, it's my intention to get work done today. I called, and this is what they said. She said, that's highly unlikely. You're not going to get that kind of work done in one day, and you're not going to just walk into any dentist office and get this kind of stuff done. Like, the hygienist has to be booked. I mean, unless they have a canceling, but this and this and this, and it was like, can't. This doesn't happen. This doesn't happen in the real world, blah, 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 blah. Okay? And like, that's all I heard out of her mouth was blah, 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 blah. Like, I wasn't having it. I was like, okay, sure, whatever, great. You don't tell me no. A lot of times in life, we're not following our intuitiveness. We're not following that intuition. And that's when you start to then second guess your ideas, second guess your plan, second guess the path that you want to follow. Because either A, somebody's making fun of it, B, somebody doesn't understand it, C, somebody sees a very small perspective view of life, okay? And so what she knows is not what I know. And what I know is not what she knows. And she knows that at her place of business, you don't just walk in and get work done. Well, I know in my life that I do walk in and get work done. So I'm going to go find that. I'm going to go put myself in that environment. I'm going to go get that done. So I did. And I found a place. And the place was awesome. I ended up going to that other place. I resonated with them well. They did the work. I came in the next Saturday. Boom. Actually, I'm talking with my wisdom tooth pulled. That was, not even a week ago, right? 5 days ago. I didn't even have any painkillers. I had some ibuprofen. It does feel a little weird. I'm glad I didn't get them all pulled. I only got one pulled on one side. I have another tooth. I only have one wisdom tooth on one side and then two on the other, one on the top, one on the bottom. I don't think I'm going to get the others removed. I think I'm just going to get them filled because they have cavities. Because I want to save them. I really wish I would have saved my tooth. Instead, I got it pulled because I had a cavity. I just said, hey, pull it. They said, hey, it's useless, blah, 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 blah. And I should have thought on it a little bit more and just got it filled and kept the tooth. Because it's just, I really liked that tooth there. That's really one of the reasons. So anyway, we're going to keep chatting here. That was just one story I wanted to bring you guys and talk to you guys about. So hopefully that maybe inspired you, saving $1, and yeah, saving $1. So it's all about the $59 and saving $1. That took away my time. So look at your pros and cons when you're doing things, and if something's a little bit more cash or something, maybe it's worth spending that money on actually doing that. For me, it was well worth the cash, and I don't regret a thing. And I was glad I went in there, got the work done, got out so quickly. It was freaking awesome. So let's go on to the next topic. I should have some questions here that people were having some troubles with. Okay, long pause for me. Very long pause. I'm just doing something here, guys. Okay, back to ideas here. So, for me, I'll tell you another story. Okay, thinking outside the box. Okay, call it thinking outside the box. Call it thinking whatever. My mind is on this constant. It's not a bad thing. And it's not like, oh my gosh, I have too many thoughts. I have to go run into the woods and get away from my thoughts, or I have to go sit and meditate. I don't know. I don't even really know what meditation is, because I do. I don't do it the way that people are telling you to sit there and then meditate, close your eyes and put your hands up. Like I feel like I can meditate at will at any moment. I can meditate right now. And I could just block it. I could just block it all. And it's not even blocking it. It's like it's like zoom, like zooming into this moment. Okay? So turning that on and off, I guess what was my point with that? Because I wanted to go into explaining something. So I want to go into explaining just thinking outside the box and coming up with ideas. When I'm hanging out with people or surrounding myself with people, and I hear something, and somebody is stuck on an issue, or somebody's trying to figure something out, my mind automatically comes up with 10 different perspectives, 10 different scenarios, 10 different ideas. And I mean, it doesn't stop. It's like a machine, like printing out these ideas. Okay, you're having a problem with this? Here you go. You could do this, 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 this. Okay? So I'm not at a shortage of these ideas. And one thing about bringing this to you guys is like, I don't hang out with a lot of people. I do a lot of work, but I'm so involved in the work time, and now I'm working a little bit more on my time management to where I manage a lot more time for myself and do the things that I want to do. But previously, it was a different mindset for me, is where almost every single waking hour went to the company that I work for, almost every single waking hour, and that is just not healthy. And you've got to be able to really maintain that type of distance and relationship with your work, especially if it's not your own company. And would I like to treat it as my own company? Yes, I do. But then there are forces that not that don't allow me, but it's like you go so far, and you go so far, but you can only go so far, and then you can't go any further. You just have to drop it and say, I don't have enough energy to do this anymore. It is it going to matter anyway? So I'll just give this because that's what you're good with giving. Now I really need to give to myself, because that's where it comes from. It comes from giving to yourself, and then once you've given to you, everything's going to come. Everything's going to just come together right after that. I was just thinking about a quote that I saw. It was Kyle Cease. If you don't know who Kyle Cease is, go ahead and check out Kyle Cease. I discovered Kyle Cease from an event that I worked at many, many years ago, and just freaking awesome guy. What does he say? He says, the things that you want in your life will show up when you stop chasing them. The things that you don't want will leave when you stop trying to get rid of them. Connect to you, and everything outside you will take care of itself. Now, many of you probably have heard something like this before. Find yourself, be with yourself, get yourself, love yourself. And it's not until you can read this all you want, but it's not until you really like live this, breathe this, bleed this, and feel this, then to where you're like, okay, I get it. I get it. So let's just break this down for a second. The things that you want in your life will show up when you stop chasing them. Let me take that work idea for an example. Like, what was I chasing after? I was chasing after working all the time. Like, I don't know what I was chasing after. Maybe acknowledgement? I don't think so. I mean, maybe in a way, yes, okay. Maybe some sort of big, huge acknowledgement, but I've had that. So what was I really chasing? The things that you want in your life will show up when you stop chasing them. I mean, I don't even know what I was chasing. I was just chasing being the best ever at what I could be, and work, 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 and I forgot about me. I forgot about me. I was like running away from me. Okay? So maybe I wasn't chasing, I was running. The things you don't want will leave you when you stop trying to get rid of them. So what is that? Think about this. The things that you don't want in your life. Many of us lead our daily life with those thoughts of the things that we don't want. I go home to see my mom. Mom, I love you, using your example. I love you so much. I love you so much. I've learned so much from you. And I know how it is sometimes. Things get tough. And so I go home and I notice everything is, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this to happen, I don't want this to happen, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this to happen. And so many of us don't even take a leap into what we want because we're sitting there thinking and leading our lives the way that we think we don't want them. Or living in that way, like, oh, it's just not going to happen. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want to crash the car on the way to the store. I just got this car. Okay. Where are you coming from? Like, where are you thinking from? Think about that. Like, that's insanity. And sometimes in life, we don't even choose, we choose not to do certain things because of a made up what if concept. What if? What if I do ideas with Tasha and nobody is on the call the whole night? Right here is it. This is it. Me. Okay? The only one on talking to myself. If I wasn't in the future crowd of everybody, if I was not here on this call, I would probably be talking to myself anyway. So let me go back to this. The things you don't want will leave you when you stop trying to get rid of them. So stop trying to get rid of it. So you're trying to get rid of the idea of you don't want to drive the car to the store because you think you're going to crash it. So then you're so cautious in this car and you want to get rid of that fear. Just let it go. Like, leave it. Don't think about it. Do your thing. Go your route. It's going to get rid of itself in time. And you need to connect to you. Connecting to you. So nothing externally. Nothing externally. Many of us, I see, even me, done in the past, are trying to connect externally. And what do I mean by that? Or what does Kyle what does Kyle mean by that? Kyle means what he means by that, but what do I get from what Kyle says? Here we go. Connect to you. Not everything outside of you. Okay? And everything outside of you is going to take care of itself. Let me take, for instance, when something happens in your life, we all love to reach out to people. This is what comes to me from this sentence. We all love to reach out to people. And then, so what do? We start calling people to get validated. John just went ahead and hurt my feelings because he didn't give me a Valentine's Day gift. So I go ahead and I call my friend Betty. Betty, John didn't give me a gift. Oh my God, isn't that horrible? La 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 la. So what I'm doing at that moment is I'm connecting externally. I'm connecting externally to even other people. And I'm looking for validation of why John didn't give me something. And then I'm building up this list of people that are going to resonate with me and my story that I'm making up here, and then give me validation. And I'm connecting to all of that externally. Okay? Or I want to feel better, so I go out and I go shopping. Yeah, I think I should buy something. Maybe I should buy, I don't know, I need a new phone case. Maybe a new charger. You know what? I don't know. I need a new backpack. I could definitely use a new backpack because the old backpack has a hole in it. I don't feel like sewing it. But you know what? Maybe I could get a sewing kit too because then I can sew it once I exchange backpacks. I put everything in the other backpack and then I have a new backpack. Great. Maybe I could get some new shampoo. I don't like my new shampoo either. So now you're connecting to all these outside objects. You're connecting to all of that out there. Stop running. Stop running. What you seek is seeking you. Go after you. You. At the end of the day, it's you. At the end of the day, you're going to die alone. Maybe something might happen. You might get in a car accident with somebody, who knows. the end of the day, you're alone. You're buried alone. It's you. I spent a lot of time, and I had something I was going to say. A lot of time alone. I don't even know what I would do if I had to, like, externally go out and everything was external for me. I couldn't be validated. I couldn't be a person. I couldn't be a human if I had to always be calling people and talking to people or going places. And I'm running from me. We do this in life. A lot of us run from ourselves. And I can catch myself when I do it too. I'm like, shit, I'm running from it. I'm running from it. Okay, let's go. People die running from themselves. And I mean, if you're listening to this and you're like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You spend weeks and months running from yourself and not confronting yourself. So I invite you guys to confront yourself all the time. There's people I see in this internet marketing business industry that are deathly afraid to jump on a webinar. Deathly afraid to sit here and talk for an hour, 2 hours by themselves. Why? Honestly, I have no idea. And I think it comes down to practice. It comes down to practice because, I've not always been able to just speak what's on my mind and talk and then be confident about that. It takes practice. It takes confidence. It takes the courage. It takes the push. It takes you to motivate yourself to do it. And that's what sets a lot of people apart from the other people that are actually doing stuff. Okay? So get your ass up and do stuff. Now I just totally forgot. I should have wrote that down. I don't even remember what I was talking about. So where do I want to go back? Oh, let me go back to this idea thing. And if you're listening if you are listening to this next example, I was once on we were doing a movie. I was like co-producing and ADing, and we're in the room with the director, and we have maybe 4 or 5, 6 other people in the room. I don't remember. And the director, writer, and co-producer says, I want a semi on set tomorrow night for the scene. Everybody looks dumbfounded. They're like, what? Yeah, everybody is like, no, we're not going to no, there's no way. Now, don't tell me no. I'm not saying anything bad about anybody in the call. This is my personality. So when you get this type of personality in the room, people get offended. I'm not saying people get offended there, but I think they take it differently. I think it's they're like, oh, it's an ego thing. Like, oh, you have to do better than me. Like, oh, and I'm not putting this onto this one example. I'm just saying this in general. Like, you're in a room and everybody says, no, this can't happen. And you stand up and you said, yes, it can. Yes, it can. I'll make it happen. People are like, oh, who the hell are you? No, it's not it. That's my personality. That's me. Okay? I'm a kind of you can't tell me no. And it's not about telling me no. It's about this undying passion that bleeds through my veins that I'm feeling at this very moment that I can just conjure up. Okay? I can just conjure it up and I can do something with it. Okay? I'm getting really excited about it right now, and wow, the type of energy that I can feel through my veins right now could probably light a whole entire town. Okay? That's how passionate I am about the things that I talk about. So let me get into the idea of what happened. We're all in the room. And I want a semi. I want a semi on set. I want it on set for tomorrow. Everybody says no. No. And in their mind, who knows? You could have been like, oh, well, how are we going to make that happen? I said, yes, I will have you semi on set tomorrow. What's your budget? Okay, great, thanks. So what did I do? Immediately, when I heard that, I had solutions. I had solutions. Okay, we should make a song. We should make a song. I had ideas. I had solutions. I was so excited to actually implement these and see what was going to work. It was like a challenge. It was like a game. It was like the game of life. And I was playing. And so everybody says no. I said, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Now, do you think I cared about pleasing the producer? No. It's not a please the producer game. This is a me game. This is a me challenge. Me want to do this. Me has a challenge 24 hours to get a semi on set for a certain budget for this shot. And nobody thinks it can happen. But me, I want to make it happen. I'm a magical miracle creator, and I'm going to make a miracle happen, right? Exactly. Okay, so immediately I got all these ideas. Okay, Tosh, you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, you could do that. Okay, great. I'm so excited with all these ideas. So I go home and I start implementing them, right? What do? I go on Craigslist, number one. I look for all the people that are selling semi-trucks. I go on semi-truck forums where they're selling semi-trucks locally. I go ahead and I write about 50 emails out. I change the names, I change a little bit of the wording, and I say, listen, I see that you're selling your semi. I see that you own a semi. How would you like to come out on the movie set, blah, 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 and make a few bucks? Come on out, help us out, get in the scene. And yeah, right? So within so much time, I get maybe 7 replies saying F off, 2 replies saying maybe, let's talk more, maybe more money I need, and 1 reply, bam, yes, I want to be there. I'll be there for that amount of money. Bam. Okay, what if it goes over? Are you cool with still that amount of money? Okay, bam. Everything was good. Everything was good. Semi showed up next day. So it's a no-brainer for me. That's a no-brainer. So when people, it gets very frustrating and very lonely, guys. I get very lonely. I'm just going to express it. It's a lonely life not being surrounded with people that, I'm not saying you have to be positive, but people that are like limitless thinking. I cannot wait for the day where I'm surrounded by like 5 or 6 people that are just like go getters. Bam, 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 bam. And they're not limited to ideas. Now, I'm not saying that that's better or not than anybody, but it gets tough. It's a tough world and it hurts your soul. Like sometimes my soul hurts. And let's go back to like what Kyle C says here. The things that you want in your life will show up when you stop chasing them. Maybe I need to stop chasing that kind of, uh, atmosphere that I want around me, and I just need to create that atmosphere. Like right now, I am being that. I am that. I am what I want to surround myself with because that is not around me. Okay, and my work calls for so much attention that even if I am surrounded in that environment, in that atmosphere with people, some of my time cannot go to it because I've dedicated and made a choice to put my time towards this right now with the company that I work with. So that's that. But that really gets me jazzed up. It so gets me jazzed up to be able to bring you guys ideas and a different perspective. And that's why I'm sitting here on this call again, talking to myself. Still don't have anybody on. That's cool. And I keep getting back to that point, but I just want to make that point. Like, guys, if you're hearing this wherever and what time, like, this is gonna happen. This is gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop. So, bring your ideas on. Let me see what else I can talk about. Maybe something that's come up within the last week. I'm encountering a lot, and we're human, guys. I mean, we're human. I'm not saying, oh, be positive and oh, everything has to be the best outlook, but I'll give it to you how I give it to you. Like when I get stuck and I I start to notice more and more where I'm stuck and when I'm stuck, okay? And I push myself out of it. I challenge myself. These are just some techniques that you can try when you get stuck in this. And I mean, I have been stuck in this. I got some clarity for this the other a couple months ago, I'd have to say. No, maybe about a year ago. I got a real big, huge insight clarity on this, and I speak about this from stage, is decision making. Making a decision to not make a decision, okay? That's a decision in its own. And I've experienced as a human in my emotions and the range of emotions that I get that sometimes I get stuck. I get real stuck, right? And I will be running away from something and continue to run and not realize it and get aggravated and then lead with aggravation and do that for so long to the point when then you want to break down and you say, what is going on with my life? Then you look at it and you say, shoot, I've still not made a decision on that. And there lies the issue. There lies the core problem where you're leading from. You're leading from this area, or me, leading from this area of not wanting to make a decision on this specific thing. So now I'm ignoring the fact, just procrastination. I'm procrastinating on making a decision about this. So when I look at that and I step back, and I know it seems logical, and I don't know how your thought process is, but when I step back and I look at it and I say, holy crap, like I felt like shit, I hated myself, I didn't want to do this, but wow, I'm not those emotions. That's not me. But I'm identifying myself with those emotions to be me. But that's not me. Okay. So once I can step back and I look at that and I identify the way that I'm being, the way that I was being, the way that I'm currently being, the way that I want to be, the things that I need to do in order to be what I want to be, then I'm making a big evaluation. Sometimes I write it down. It's good to write it down. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I visualize it for a bit. But the biggest thing that I realize is the beating around the bush, the procrastination, and not making a decision. And even if I made the slightest decision, even if it was like, okay, well, I'm going to decide not to decide right now, I'll just decide later. That would give me more confidence in the way that I was being. But instead, it's like, I don't want to deal with the issue. I'm going to keep ignoring it. Make a decision. This is my best advice to you guys on this. Is like, make a decision. Okay, that's the decision I'm going to run with, and I'm going to run with that decision powerfully, and I'm going to see it out till I either change a decision, or a new decision comes, or another perspective comes. Okay, and I'm going to stick with it. It's adaptable. Be adaptable. Easily adapting. So that's some clarity I've got on making a decision. So I hope that that brought you some sort of clarity. Like if you're ever stuck on something, you know, and you just step back and say, well, shoot, like the only thing that is, and there's not even anything wrong, but you start to think like, oh my gosh, something's wrong with me. I'm depressed. I'm this. No, like there's just a decision to be made that's not being made. And the magical thing about this life that's oh so magical is you have the ability to change your perspective. Okay? Now, you may not want to. And sure, okay, maybe science or some sort of chemical imbalance or something weird is going on. But come on. If you can make the choice to step outside your house, if you can make the choice to get up and use the restroom, if you can make the choice to write something down, and you're making choices on a daily basis, you can start practicing and make a choice towards something different, make a choice towards change, right? How bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? That's the question. What do you want and how bad do you want it? And if you do not know what you want, then get clear on that. If you need help getting clear on that, then get help getting clear on that. Write it down. Contact people. Talk to friends. Hey, I'm not so clear. What do you think my strengths are? Okay, thanks. Get feedback from people, then put your own assessment together. Okay? Put your own assessment together. Learn a little bit more about yourself. Go a little deeper. Start challenging yourself. Start pushing yourself towards the fear, right? You hear this all the time. Many of us get comfortable. And none of this is new. If you're listening and you listen to me speak or you've hung out with me talk for a while, I mean, none of this is new and you've heard this before. This is always repeated through time. Comfort. What is there in comfort? Think about your life right now. If you're not in a good position, if you think you're not in a good position in life, then there's some things that you want to change. Think about how comfortable you've been. Like, really feel that. I'm going to actually feel that too. Like, where have you been comfortable in life, right? Think about it. And what can change? What can change in those areas? And why are you continuing to feel comfortable in those areas that you want to change? Is it lack of the unknown? Lack of confidence? Lack of vision? Lack of money? Lack of support? What is it? And then how can you empower yourself to get past that? What kind of activities can you do to implement for yourself that can help you build the strength through that? It's all about repetition. I'm learning to surf right now, and I'm trying to build up my upper body strength and my core so I can sit on the board, I can land the board right and paddle. So I'm building up my stamina. I've been working on my stamina now for years, and working on that, ideal sexy body of 2017 that I've been envisioning for probably 5 years. And I'm laughing at myself because I've not got there yet. But what it is with surfing, it's like I was out there today realizing like I've got to build the muscle memory. I've got to build the muscle memory in my arms to push this, to book it. Okay? It's just, I mean, sure, is it going to happen overnight? I mean, it could. But I've not built the muscle memory in my arms to be paddling like out past these shit eating waves. Okay? My buddy actually tied me to his ankle, and he pulled me all the way out there, and he got tired pulling me out there because I was just eating shit the whole time, and I wasn't pushing through the waves right. So I've got to build that muscle, okay, the muscle memory and the strength, the conditioning, and the stamina to get past those waves, okay? As soon as I get past them, the process is going to be easy, golden, okay? So that's where I'm at right now, is I'm in the shit eating wave phase. But I know I'm not going to get there forever. So those of you that surf know what I'm talking about. You're trying to get out past the shit. So I'm stuck in it right now. I'm totally stuck in it. But you know what? I'm content stuck in it because I've made the decision that I'm going to be powerful, gain power, condition myself to get out past those waves. So right now I'm in practice. So I'm not going to get frustrated with myself because I've not made it past the shit eating waves. I'm going to really just embrace those waves right now. I've made a decision. I'm going to move forward with all I can and practice and build the stamina, get the muscle memory, boom. Then I will practice on taking the next leap. So it's kind of like baby steps, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. So with all that said, guys, it is 6. What time is it? 6:08. So it's like 8:08 Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to go through some of my slides here that I've had popped up, and I'm just going to go through a few things that I want to talk about. These are slides that I talk about during when I'm on stage, and I talk about sharing your message to people, and everybody has a message. So I'm very One of the things that I'm very big about is sharing your story and sharing your message. Like each of us have a message, each of us have a story, and the more that we are not sharing ourselves with other people, the more selfish we become. We're becoming selfish because, I mean, on a daily basis, how many times are you inspired by somebody, pushed by somebody, somebody's enthusiasm, somebody's love, somebody's passion for life, some of the things that people say to you? How many times on a daily basis are you inspired by that, and are you fueled by that? Even love, when you love somebody, how think of how love pushes you. I think love really pushes me. I'm really pushed by love, not only the love for myself, but the love that I have for other people, especially specific people that I'm very inspired by. So when you share your message, you're sharing the love, you're sharing the passion, and you're gifting that to people. There's somebody that Martin that I work with, and I really like what he tells me. He tells me that I speak life into people, and I speak life into people that have lost that vision, and that's a really beautiful thing. I like the way he says it, though. The way he says it's a little bit better than I just said it, and I really see myself doing that. Like I see myself speaking life into people again, like rejuvenating the soul, rejuvenating the passion and the love and the desire just to live, just to breathe, just to capture a glimpse of a moment of passion and feel it and really feel it. Okay? I want to gift that. I want people to feel that through my words. I want people to experience that through my stories. I want people to be inspired. Okay? So that's why I share myself. I don't even know what I was going to talk about today, and I just keep talking because I want to share with you guys. Okay? I want to touch, move, and inspire. And you know what? I also like listening to myself. And you know what? I talk to myself all the time. So that's a plus plus for me. Win win for you. Win win for me. Okay? Maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know. But it for me, really, it's me and me. I am my own best friend. So we're just hanging out. Okay, so let's go into this. I want to talk about this quick. I want to talk about at a young age, I made a decision to do what I love and always just do that. I wanted to always make movies. Everything I did was an extension of that. Now, what do I mean by this, guys? I'm sharing my keynote slides here. You can see that. So, let me go big. Let me see. So, what I mean by this slide, guys. Oh, no. Where is keynote? Hang on. Now I've lost my mind. Bear with me, guys. Let's go here. Okay, so let's stick back to here. So, what I mean by this, at a young age, I made a decision to do what I love and always do just that. I wanted to always make movies. Everything I did was an extension of that. So, the way I lead life, and maybe I need to get even better at this, but the way that I lead life in this sense is everything that I do is an extension of my passion, is an extension of what I always wanted to do. If it has nothing to do with it, then either A, I create a perception to let it fit. Hang on, where am I? I want you guys to see. I want you guys to see Keynote. I don't know what you were seeing, but now you're seeing Keynote. So at a young age, everything I do is an extension of my passion. So and if it doesn't fit with it, like okay, let's say I get a job and it's cleaning toilets. Okay, come on, who wants to clean toilets? Okay, but you know what? That's an opportunity that's coming to me right now that is helping me create funds. It's getting me out of the house. It's getting me to meet people. And you know what? I'll clean toilets. Forget it. Now I know how to clean my toilet better for when I have my own house with my own family. So I create the perception, okay, great. Now I'll basically be a professional toilet bowl cleaner. Then I can really clean my own toilet badass one day. This is going to be awesome. So I change the perception around what I'm doing to fit my life mold, to fit my lifestyle. Okay? Now, I play games with myself. Wow, you can do that. If you can sit there and play a game with yourself and say, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, you can easily change your perception and say, I want to do that. And here's why. So make it fun for yourself. So that's what I mean. So at a young age, about everything I did, if it had nothing to do, if it had nothing to do with it, then I would either A, drop it, or B, I would create it as an extension of what I wanted to do. I'd somehow fit it in. 2008. It's funny, 2008 used to live in a garage in the middle of nowhere. I had all these people that I would listen to: Neville Goddard, Ernest Holmes, Napoleon Hill, Tony Robbins, Les Brown. Saw the movie The Secret. Told myself I'd meet almost everybody from the movie one day and I'd recreate it. This is 2008, living in a two-car garage with these guys as my mentors, listening to them on YouTube. Guess what? Today, I work and am friends with people that are very good friends with Tony. I have met Les Brown. I have a voicemail from him on my phone. We've exchanged words, we've exchanged emails, and meeting him was pretty incredible. So, guys, vision to reality. Vision to reality. That I can get into like a 10-hour talk on vision to reality, okay? And it's not just visioning it, boom, it's going to happen. Reality, it takes effing work. Effing work, effing work, effing work, effing work. It takes work. It takes work. You can't just sit there and visualize $1 million getting into your pocket. You have to do the frickin' work. And if you think you're just going to visualize it, please tell me your formula because I'm working on that. One of my life goals before I die is to crack a code on how I can instantly manifest what I want. Now, maybe we can do that through technology, but if I say, do, or want something in that instant, I want to see an instant result. Isn't that what's wrong with most of us? We're not getting those instant results, so then we have these emotional problems and conditionings after that we have embedded in us. But what I would love to do is to be able to think on that wavelength, okay? On that wave of whatever it is that is instantly drawing in what it is that I want at that moment. So maybe technology will help with that. Who knows? So, guys, vision to reality. Thousands of examples. I'll have a book out one day. Thousands of examples from me thinking, me doing, me pushing myself toward an end goal, me surrounding myself where I need to be, right place, right time. Boom. Vision reality. Les Brown, Greg Reed. Greg Reed carries on the work of Napoleon Hill with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. Bigger picture, taking past experiences and molding them into this transformational content that can move, touch, and inspire people. That's what I'm all about. Okay? That's what I'm all about. Anything that happens in my life is another story to touch, move, and inspire somebody to the next level. And if I'm not touch, moving, and inspiring somebody, then I'm not living, man. Really, that's my life purpose. Okay? And if I can't touch, move, and inspire somebody, then I'll just do it to myself, and then I'll do this webinar, and I'll share it with you guys. This is my form of getting out there and moving and touching and inspiring people. Okay, go to the next one. This is the beginning anything you want. This is the perception, this is the mindset that I like leading with. And when I forget, when I get in a stump, we're normal, we're human, whatever. When you get in that downfall of a moment, this is what I like to bring myself back to. This is the beginning of anything that you want. It's logical. This moment. I don't care where you are in life or what you're doing, and I know you've heard it before, and again, you can hear these things over and over and over and over again, and it's not until you start shit, eating, breathing, feeding, bleeding this kind of stuff, these kind of perceptions, okay? You can read it all you want, but you've got to become it. You've got to experience it. You've got to feel it. When you can stand there and you can say, this is the beginning. right here. This moment, for me, at least. For me, when I get in that shit caught up mindset of just all this stuff is bombarding my mind and I can't move any further. I can't stop thinking about the past, the future, what I need to do, and all caught up all in this crap. I step back. I step back. And I think, like, this is the only moment that I'm ever promised. This moment right here. And I'm wasting it. I'm wasting it either in the past thinking about some shit that happened that's gone. It's not tangible anymore. It's gone. I mean, maybe scientifically we could go back in the past or something, but at this moment, it is gone. We're not going to get that back. Why do you want it back? And if you want it back, just go ahead and do it again. Stop thinking about it. So there, or I'm stuck in what I should be doing, what I could be doing, where I could be going. Blah, 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 blah. It's BS. Get to the realization of this freaking moment. Stop running from the past moments, running from the future moments, trying to run to the future moments, trying to run away from the moment right now. I've spent a lot, and I say this because I've spent a lot of my life running. And I still do it. I do it on a daily basis. I run from the moment. Like, I don't want this moment. I want the next moment. And the next moment comes and the next moment is. And it's just this moment. I like thinking that, like, now, today, this moment, whatever, is a long going, ongoing moment of forever. Okay? Like, I don't see it tomorrow. I don't see it yesterday. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't see any of that. I see this is forever. Okay? And if I die, that's still forever. But for me, this is forever. And I feel that it's forever. And I don't know. I just welcome you to that perspective. When you get in that perspective of this is forever, some things change. There's some mental shifts. Like unlimited possibilities start to arise. It's crazy. It feels good. So I welcome you. And if you do listen to this, I would love some feedback on that, because I don't know how many other people might think that way. I'm sure there's a lot of you. But, who else? Who else is thinking that on a daily basis? These are thoughts that go through my head on a daily basis. So, we can plan all we want, but this moment right now, right here, the decisions that we make are creating our future. So like I said, we're deciding to not make a decision. Bam. You've already made that decision. You're deciding no decision. So make a decision. Make something that you can try. Give it a shot. You don't like it? Go ahead and make another decision. Let's get to what is your message. Now, many of you may think, well, I don't have a message. I live this normal life. I go to work. I do this. I do that. I got some ideas. I want to do some things. But, this is pretty much my life. I'm going to come and I'm going to die. I come in, work, live, eat, sleep, die. Well, you know what? On your way, your little way of everywhere that you go, you encounter people. What is your message along the way? What do you want to leave people with? Okay? Imagine that you're interacting with people on a daily basis. You could be interacting with hundreds. You work at a convenience store. You work at a store. Every face you look at is your opportunity to share your message, share your passion, touch, move, and inspire somebody. You could make a day. You can inspire somebody. You could change a perspective. So you look at it that way. You play this big game of, who can I help today? Who can I inspire today? Who can I push to their greatness? And in order to start doing that, you got to do that for yourself, okay? You must do you. Do you in order to do them. And maybe sometimes doing for them is doing you, but give yourself attention. Like what I mean by that, I have to give myself the proper attention to be able to perform at my best for when I hit the stage, when I talk to you guys, when I do what I'm doing. I mean, I need to take care of myself. I need to feed myself. I need to eat myself. I need to love myself. These are the things that I think I need to do for myself at least. But I need to, well, I can say I need, but here's my but. So what am I saying? for myself, like what is it for me that I need to be able to be happy and healthy? What are those things? And then I need to give those things to myself. I need to give attention to that. Because without that, I'm going to be miserable. I don't want to be miserable. I want to be at my optimal to be at the optimal for you. And I want to even go beyond my optimal and maximize it. Max. Keep going. Bringing that to you guys to move, touch, and inspire. So what is your message? You know? My message is to just... Oh, that's funny. Something moved in my room. Wow. That is so weird. My message is to... I have a huge exercise ball that just moved. Like, I mean, there's no reason for that to have moved the way that just rolled across the floor. So what is my message? My message is to reach people, change perspectives, inspire people to push themselves to the limit, get past their fears. My big message is to share my life story for you to find life experience through my stories, for you to find a perspective shift, change through my life experience and my life stories. And my message is to just share my life stories and experiences and hope that you gain something from that. So this is just something that I like to tell people when they're trying to build content. You know, each of you have a message, and all of you do, and people are waiting to hear it. Okay? Each time you're not pressing record, you're missing out on an opportunity to change someone's life. It is almost a selfish act that we are not sharing our message in our story. Let's look at it this way quick. So this is just for those of you that are trying to build content with video marketing for internet marketers. But forget about even pressing record, not showing up to your fullest, okay? Not showing up and being there and being present. Pretend that your job has a qualification. I mean, you need to show up and you need to be there for people. You need to not be rude, okay? You want to make someone's day. You want to shift that smile into a laugh, okay? So when you're out there in the world and you're talking to people, this is your chance to move and inspire them. Share them. Say you wake up and you're like, oh my God, my hair is so messy. And now you have a bad day because you're leading life through the thought of my hair is so messy, I suck, I'm shit. That's a horrible way to lead your day. That's a waste of energy. It's a waste of time. That's a waste of day. That's a waste of brain cells, buddy. Okay? And you're being selfish. Forget your hair. Right? Pretend, let's look into the future. You had a bad hair day. So everybody that's coming into the store that you can counter with, you're being mean to. Okay? Some girl walks in. Maybe she has, you don't know, she has cancer and she has a wig on. And then you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I just don't like my hair. I'm so tired of having to deal with hair. I should just shave it all off. La, 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 la. But if I shave it off, I'm just going to look so ugly. And you say that, complaining about your head, and the girl in line in front of you actually had to go through chemotherapy, shaved all her hair, and now she starts crying. She starts crying because you just said some stuff. We just had a caller come in. Hang on, let me just finish that, and then, okay, who is the caller? Hey. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I'm calling.
Great. Hey, Mom. So, great. We're the only
I
one.
just started
Okay.
listening.
Oh, great. Well, hey, Mom. Let me finish this, and then I want to hear what you have to say. So you're at.
No, I'm just listening. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Okay, hang on. And so I want to hear what you have to say. So you're at the store, and then you make that comment about your hair, and the woman starts crying. You don't know what she just went through. You don't know where she's been. And you make this stupid comment because you're there at the store, and then she starts crying. That was your moment. You're being so selfish about your hair. That was your moment to inspire somebody, and you just ruined somebody's day. So if you lead with that type of mindset of, okay, I can move, touch, and inspire somebody today, rather than, oh, I have a bad hair day, I'm fat, I'm this, I can't do this. It's just a better, healthier way to lead life. And so, with that said, let's go in and take the call for my mom. So, hey, Mom, how you doing? How long you been listening?
Hey, I just now got on, so I'm not didn't hear much.
Great.
I heard about helping people to have a better day by words and inspiration.
Yeah.
That's true, very true. I was in a store myself, wasn't a grocery store, and this elderly lady was shopping around. I happened to talk to I don't know who was with me, if it was my daughter or someone that was with me. And I said, look, here's what we've been looking for to make. And I was very uplifting, and I know that. And this lady comes around the corner. I've never seen her. I don't know who she is, and she's from the same town. She says, oh, my gosh, you're so uplifting. You just made my day hearing your voice, how very positive you are. I'm going to buy what you're buying. So
Wow.
I remember that. They have that same a lot. And she was very, very genuine. She was so genuine, and she was very happy that she wanted to purchase what I was buying because it was making me happy, and whoever was with me, I think it was Crystal, happy. And, it made her day. So she wanted to keep going with her day on the uplifting things that I had said. So, yes, that matters to people, what you say to them. You say to somebody something negative, to me, that's like, they're seeing something in the other person that they want to be or they like, but they put them down because they're not that, they don't have the same quality.
Uh-huh.
And it could be just a simple gesture like that. And people, the other person that hears that negative thing says, wow, maybe there is something wrong with my shirt. There is something wrong with my dress. So all day long they go thinking something's wrong, so they're not confident. They keep pushing the dress down or the shirt down, all because that one person had said that about them because they wished they had looked like that in that same shirt or dress. So people can be rude too, and it could be turning around on themselves to be selfish, like you said about the lady with the hair. Selfish, yes, that's true.
Yeah, I just made up that example, but yeah, so I think if people can start leading, a lot of this takes practice, and I think if people can start leading their day with those kind of thoughts, we would all be in a happier place and not so miserable. It is difficult,
Yeah,
it
and
is. Go on.
actually, it's a change of energy. It's like paying it forward to another person. You tell someone the truth about them. You have a lovely voice, or something, and then you in turn feel good, and you say something nice to somebody else. It's a chain reaction all over the world. It can be. You're even just in your small town, or even in the store, or wherever you're at. It's a chain of positive energy,
Yeah.
and that's what people need.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody could be really depressed because their husband left them or their boyfriend left them, and somebody says to them, wow, those shoes really look good on you. They match your outfit. You look so nice. Now that girl could go all day with confidence saying, I don't care, my boyfriend left me. I look nice. I'll find another one. You know, it's just a matter of psychosomatic. It's really turning someone's thoughts around into something positive, and it's that easy.
That is that easy. It is. Now to
It
be
is.
able to actually practice what we preach. So,
Exactly. I try to do that. I
yep.
do that every day at work. Every day at work, I do that. Now it's turned around, and they say good things about me
Oh,
when I walk in the office.
that's great.
Yeah, because I tell them good things. Took a while, but then they turned around and started saying nice things back, and they meant it. It was genuine. It wasn't something fake.
Yep. Well, that's nice. Change the energy around in the room. You know,
Yes,
I used to get
yes.
I used to get people when I worked events, and I wouldn't work the events any longer. I wouldn't be at the events. I'd have people call me back, and they say, Tasha, we need you back at the events because the energy in the room is not the same without you in here. You got to get back over here to the event. When can you get back? So,
Wow, that's great.
you can change the energy in a room.
Yeah, you can make people cry when you're speaking. You can make them depressed. You can make them sad, or you can make them happy and full of hope.
Yeah, it's
So they,
yeah, the power to
yeah,
work. So, Mom, I've been on.
Power.
It's very powerful. So I've been on now for an hour and a half. I'm going to go ahead and log off here shortly. You are the only caller for this hour and a half. So I think what we're going to do for the next ideas with Tasha is we're going to have this on a set date and time every week so everybody knows that it's going to happen. Because what I did today was I posted it at the last minute less than 24 hours ago. So this
Okay.
well, it's fine. This will be a recording. I have gone about an hour and a half, so this will be some value to people later on in the future. But I just also wanted to I wanted to make note that our future ones are going to be a set time and set date. And for those of you that want to be part of the group where there's going to be ongoing discussion, please go to Facebook and search Ideas with Tasha and go ahead and ask to join the group. We'll add you to the group. And this is going to be where we grow with this community with ideas. So hopefully, if you got some ideas, go ahead and shoot them in there. If you could be on one of the calls in the future, get on the call. If you can't get on the call, go ahead and type your ideas out in our Facebook group.
This is great. This is great. Ideas with Josh. It's just great. I mean, people should take advantage of this and really call in because it's just got some good, valuable. You know, it's got a lot of mental notes and thoughts that you could learn from that may take you longer to learn that you can learn from by listening. So maybe learn by listening with Tasha might be a good thing too. instead of
Yeah.
the ideas with Tasha, and I'm not sure why no one's calling in. I think it's because what you had said the last minute.
Well, I think it's just this is just the beginning. This is the second episode. Honestly, it's
Right.
not quite structured. I've not really advertised it much, so there's only a small group of people that see this on the internet. So I've probably only reached about 20 people with that it's happening tonight. And so those 20 people are probably busy, but with due time, this recording could be, thousands of people could be listening to this right now, a year from now. So it's, my intention is to continue to do the work, continue to do it. I do like your idea, listening by learning with Tasha. So it's ideas
Yeah.
with Tasha. I did say ideas with Tosh. It's ideas with Tasha. So, but
Whatever. Both the same and
yeah,
exchangeable.
so I think I think it's just a good start, and I'm committed. I think the thing is that the point is it doesn't matter if anybody called in or not. The point for me, Mom, is that I'm continuing this. I'm sticking to it, and I'm doing what I started, and I've got this idea.
I think once you're consistent, you're going to pick up more people.
That's fine.
Because last time you did, you had it was just more than just me. You had a guy call in, and I'm not sure before that what you had because I came in when he was talking.
I'm not concerned about any of that. None of that concerns me. I honestly, that's not even.
Okay, good.
So that's not even in my thoughts. End it. It's done. So just nipping that in the butt. There's no reason to even discuss that. So it'll just be.
Well, I want to say thank you for reiterating to me about having to remember how other people feel too, and feelings, and mentally what they could go through by just a couple of words or 5 words you say could make or break their day.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. That's in my head because I like to make people smile. I like to because it's just good. It's good. Then they can talk to somebody else and remember that positive energy and give it to them, and it passes on. And more people are happier and more productive when they feel good about themselves.
Yeah, and well, it's like a boomerang too. I mean, when you have to think about, look at yourself, step back, look at two possibilities for somebody. Look at two possibilities for yourself. You could be
Right.
you could be shining and glowing in pushing life into the spirit of people, or you could inwardly negatively and it's not even negative, it's like this anger inside you, and you could be leading life that way, like or
And that shows too. That shows people. That shows if you're bright and energetic, people pick up on that. If you're like angry or aggressive, or that also shows to other people also, and they stay away from you.
and not
They don't want to.
yeah, not only that too, it's I think too it's health, really. You healthy wise. and I can joke about it, but I think a lot of people ask, why do you look young, Tasha? I don't stress. I don't ever stress about anything. And
Right.
I don't
Right.
mentally, yeah, I do here and there, but I don't mentally put anything above.
You don't drag it on. You don't drag it on
No, yeah,
to the next level.
yeah, so anyway, okay, so yeah, I love it. Thanks. I'm glad that really inspired you, Mom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I called right on time. Davey's taking a shower and said, "Come on, Davey, we're gonna call your sister. Ideas with Tasha." And then he says, "Wait, I got him in the shower." So he's in the shower. But he's ready to catch you next time. And
Yeah,
I think he has some good things to say.
have him call in. Okay.
Good things to say.
Yes,
All
good.
right, now you said
I'm
you were cutting this short.
yeah,
You're cutting this short, you said.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off now. We've gone
Okay.
an hour and 40 minutes. So
Well, the very positive thing in my life, it's been in a very long time, that's been ever close to being ecstatic, really euphoric in a good way, not a bad way, was when you came to visit us for those 4 days. It really helped me. It helped me mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I love you, and I love hearing what you have to say because I take what you say literally. I don't just, throw it away. And I pass it on to people that I care about and that I meet.
oh,
I pass it on.
that's
Okay?
thank
Okay.
you
I'll
so
let you
much.
go. I know you got work to do. You're wonderful, Tasha. You're very special, blessed, and I hope people can see that when they listen and come in to talk to you about things. It's very, very inspiring.
I love you so much. That was beautiful of you. Thank you so much. And that's my intention with everybody too. I want to do that for them as well, what you just shared with us. So thank you.
Oh yes, yes, you will, and you are, you are. I'm not going to say you will. You are. Okay.
Okay.
You are in the moment. You are in the moment
Okay.
doing it. Every moment. I love you.
I love you too. All right. So, okay, thanks. I'll
Okay.
talk to you soon. Everybody,
You bet.
all right. Love you. I'll
All
call you.
righty.
Okay.
Take care.
Thanks.
Love you.
You too.
Night.
Thanks.
Family loves you.
Thanks.
Night.
Night. Aw, great. So that's our weekly call in from the mom. Mom loves to call in. I'm so glad that she called in. I love having her call in. This is the second presentation, the second session of Ideas with Tasha, and Mom has called in again. So this looks like it's going to be a weekly thing is to get the mom time in. Mom, thank you so much for your words. I'm so glad that I have touch moved, inspired you in that way, and coming home to visit you and doing those things. And I really love that you take what I say literally and you go ahead and you share it with people because I just love hearing those stories. She gets so enthused about it as well. So thank you, Mom, for creating me and having me, and I'm here what I am today on the most part because of my mother, coming out of my mother, her being my mother, and everything that you've taught me in life. So thank you so much. I love you. I love all of you too on the call. Go ahead and find us on Facebook, or find me, us as all of us, Ideas with Tasha. Go ahead, join the group. Also, if you got any questions upcoming forward, go ahead and put them in the group. Come join the next call. I'll go ahead and I'll announce what day we're going to keep this call on, and we're going to stick to that time because I want to keep structure to this so everybody is aware we are on and live at that time each week. Okay, guys, go for it. Rock on. Talk to you soon. And this is it. Ideas with Tosh signing off.